Hello everybody, how you doing? Um, I decided to make myself a little video myself of my saltwater tank. It's in the beginning process of me starting to set it up. I'm actually going through the setup cycle now with the tank. I have a 90-gallon corner tank. And I'll let everyone know from the start too, I am in no way a scientist. I am not someone who deals with fish tanks and saltwater tanks a lot. This is actually my second tank. The first one I bought, it was already established. It had everything in it. And I'll give you a little history real quick on this one, on what all is going on in here now. The old tank I had, like I just said, it was already set up, but it had some issues and I could never get it to where I wanted it to be. So I shut it down and let everything just kind of sit. Now I got rid of all of and it's been down now for about 2 years, possible 3, 2.5, 3 years. So what I did was all those rocks in there now, the live rock in the back, those come from the old tank. But of course, after being set for 2 years, they were no longer live rock, they were just rock. So I got all new sand. I threw the sand away. I kept the shells and stuff for when I get the hermit crab crew to come in here later on. And the water is cloudy right now because, like I said, the tank, this is day number 2. Actually, it's still in day 1 of the tank actually just being set up itself. So I kept the live rock, and what I did was I actually, I don't know if you can see down here. Let me see if I can get the light on. I'm trying to find a flashlight. What I did was, I'll make sure you guys can see. I got a 20-gallon tank down here, sump, 20-gallon sump, and I took some advice from a friend at Pet Paradise. And he said, build your own sump. It's a lot cheaper. So I went to Lowe's and got some pane glass cut. Left about 1/8 of an inch on both sides. I know my silicone job isn't the greatest, but like I said, I'm no fish tank aquarium guy. It's my first time trying it. And I got the silicone, the 2 panel glasses. A quick breakdown on it was the first glass was set up maybe 1 inch high, and the way he told me to do it was, if you got some CD cases, take 2 CD cases and sit underneath of it, let the glass rest on that. He stacked some books in there so everything was level. Then silicone all around that one, allow it to dry. And then about maybe 1 inch for the other one, the next glass sets flush on the bottom, and you silicone around that one so water flows underneath the first one, up over top of the second one, falls down into the second one right here. And the second one right here is where I actually got some rubble, some already established rock from Pet Paradise, and I put in that one just to get the tank started and get it going. And then for this wall right here, the first wall, of course, you go under and then the water flows over. This one here goes up and the water flows over and then comes underneath of the second one. So the exact opposite from this one and that one. And then it flows underneath
here into the where I have my pump, my sump pump, and it's a 90-gallon tank, so I put a 875 gallon per hour pump, so my water pretty much turns maybe 7 or 8 times an hour. And that was the setup down here. And the light I got, you know, I actually got the tank. I got it for, I think I got a real good deal. The guy sold me the tank, the light kit, the power head, and also the heater for 150 bucks. He was moving in desperate need to get rid of it. So I'll post another video later to let you know how if the water clears and everything's clearing up and how things are going. As of now, like I said, it's still in the first day of the setup cycle. Let nitrates start up and ammonia getting the good bacteria in the water. And this is all stuff I just read up on. I'm just, you know, becoming knowledgeable of it myself. So I'll keep you guys posted. All right.
I forgot a piece of info too that I want to fill in with everybody, and me starting to set my tank up. I also bought a reverse osmosis system. It's the 4-stage system, and got it because my thing was either I'm gonna get a whole bunch of buckets of water to take to your house, and you know what I'm saying, I think I had a 90-gallon tank, like I stated, that would have been over 20 buckets, you know, at $5 a bucket, basically what he costs, what the charge is going to be. So I went and I got this. This is it cost me $119, but as I found out, you can find them cheaper online for about maybe $79, $80. And it's not a hard installation, not a hard hookup. And what the guy told me to do here, which I actually found it pretty convenient too, put a Y on my dishwasher, that Y connection right there, and I have a shutoff valve for both sides, which is very convenient too. So if I'm not using the RO unit, I don't have to have water going to that unit. I just turn it off, and you screw that on there, and the black line is fed back around to the unit, where it goes through its cycling process back through here, and it runs out by the blue line. This is your good water. Now this yellow line right here, this yellow line going there, that's your waste line. And there's going to be a lot of waste from what I found out too, and very little water. This unit right here produces 100 gallons a day. So when I first hooked it up, I thought something was wrong. I mean, it was taking about maybe, what, an hour to fill a bucket up. And it was a lot of waste going out on the yellow line. I'm like, good gracious. And the guy was saying, I took it back up there, he was like, that's normal. That's a normal process. He said, you got to remember, you're getting, you know, absolutely, you know, the best quality water coming out of here. So what I did was, instead of me filling a bucket up, dumping it, filling a bucket up, dumping it, I took this blue line and I went to Lowe's and bought that hookup right there. It actually goes on the back of your refrigerators for the water lines. You can use them for those too. That's normally what I used it for in the past. And I put this on my blue line, and I went and bought this line right here and plugged it into that unit from right here. And then I just stretched this hose here. I stretched this hose across the house into my 90-gallon tank, and I just let it sit in the tank and fill up the tank. Once the tank got full, it overflowed, it filled up the sump, Then once the sump, you know, got full, I turned on the pump and let everything roll, and then unhook this. And I think this is going to come in handy because, I mean, you think about it, when do you not use your RO water? You're going to always use RO water, reverse osmosis, instead of running back to the store, grabbing buckets of reverse osmosis water when you dehydrate. I mean, when your tank has evaporated, you know, you just have it here on hand all the time. And I'll fill up maybe 2 buckets, 2 5-gallon buckets. Actually, I'll fill up 3 because I'm going to be doing 20% water changes. And I'll take those 3 buckets, set them off to the side somewhere, and just hold them off. And when I do my water changes, add salt, and I'm good to go. So, you know, I don't ever have to go back to the store for my reverse osmosis. I got to go back for my salt. But, you know, I think it's a little easier than toting buckets and stuff like that. And like I said, it takes a little while to fill your buckets up, but it's in-house, it's at your own time, at your own, you know, leisure. So it's a pretty cool thing. All right, guys.